Where's the camera? Can you see me?
Yes, I think we all saw you.
Can you see? Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see?
Yes. What's up, Katie Baz, and welcome back to the channel. I am here with a special guest and a specialer guest, and she's going to be talking to us about this project beside me here. I have the fabulous, the talented, the beautiful, the one, the only Viola of Partyheaven. Hey.
Hi guys, my name is Viola. Partyheaven.
Yes, in the building. When I say this lady is talented, your fingers are magic.
Oh,
Like so much butter. Everything just coming out. Honestly.
Okay guys, so today I and Kim made this beauty.
Gorgeousness.
So I'm a balloon artist. I make everything that has to do with balloons with my hands. Yeah, so today we made this beauty. It's a star tree. So guys, I never knew there was anything. I never knew there was a thing.
Honestly, I didn't even know it was a thing
It's
until
the
this
trees.
happened.
And guys, if you want to see how we made this, how Kim,
Please, I didn't do much. Don't
the
allow
designer,
Viola to lie to you. I was just there.
the designer
was assisting.
was able to like build all of this with me in no time, and I hope you guys would enjoy the video.
It turned out really cool. I would insert clips of like showing the full tree, close up all the details. It turned out really, really cool. The link is going to be in the description down below if you want to see how we put this together. Make sure to go check that out. Subscribe to her channel. So much creativity going on there. Subscribe, like her video, share it with anyone that you think will find it useful or informative to watch. And yeah, let's get into making you something nice.
Yes,
Hey.
we're gonna make something nice.
Hey.
So guys, stay tuned. Watch this video, share, like, and remember, please, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
Today we're going to be making a half apron, and this was her choice.
Yes, my choice.
Because I think it's something that will be useful for your line of work.
Yeah, so like, you know, when we were trying to think of what we could make for your channel, I said to you, it would be something, it would be nice to make something that would be actually useful for
Makes sense.
people that watch me, and even for me, because I'm always missing my
She
my
lost her scissors when we were filming earlier on. That was so funny.
The funny thing is, the scissors might actually be in my pocket or somewhere,
I forget.
but I've forgotten. So if I have an apron, it would be a great tool. So not just for my scissors, it would be for all my small tools. Okay.
Viola chose this Ankara fabric, this beautiful yellow purple.
Proud African, you know. I have to like.
Very good choice, I have to say, because I gave you multiple options.
Know. Yeah.
And that was what you picked.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be combining it with this plum, purplish, reddish velvet fabric. Yeah. To ensure the apron fits Viola perfectly, I'm just going in here to measure along her waistline, and I asked her where she would typically wear an apron, and we decided somewhere around her belly button, so I measured there and I took note of that measurement. She also wanted the apron to be on the shorter side. I think we went for 17 inches length, so it just sits around her hips. The other thing we decided was how wide she wanted the strap to be, so we went for a 1-inch wide strap, which is a belt that she would tie around the waist to secure the apron. Now that I have the measurement out of the way, we're going to go into cut straight onto the fabric. Because of the style of this garment, you honestly don't need to make a sewing pattern. So I folded my fabric in half and I'm just marking the apron width. We decided to go with her waist measurement, so that way she's able to tie it all the way to the back and make the straps longer, so she's able to secure it to the front if she wanted. Here we're just going to mark the apron length of 17 inches. That is including a seam allowance. You can make yours longer if you want it to go down to your knee, or if you want it even shorter. So we're just going in here to draw in the hemline with a chalk, and I'm just marking the accurate measurement for her waistline like so, and on the top and on the bottom, and then I'm going to draw in a side seam which is going to sit on the back of the apron, and once we have these lines drawn in with chalk, we know we can go in and cut out the piece. This, I say we use about 1/2 meter of fabric. It's a very simple, straightforward style. Biola had not sewn anything until today, so this is a very beginner friendly project and it is pretty straightforward to make. So these are all of the pieces that we ended up cutting. We have the main piece of the apron on this side of the screen. The other two pieces that will cut outside of the screen is the pair of straps, which are 2.5 inches wide, and we cut a pair of the straps. The straps length itself is our waist measurement, so the two were able to like tie around comfortably around her waist. For the pocket bag, we cut a rectangular piece with dimensions 16 by 7 inches. So we're going to hem the edges of the main apron body, especially the sides and the bottom edges, and then we'll put the strap on the top edge.
Okay.
All right. Since she's going to be sewing this piece on my industrial sewing machine, I wanted to make the process a lot easier and quicker for her. So we're just going in here to fold and pin the 4 edges of the main apron piece. So all she had to do was essentially just stitch, remove a pin, stitch, remove a pin, and it just made the whole process a lot easier for her. So Viola has done a beautiful job of folding and pinning down all of the edges, the sides, the tops, the bottom, and it is time to stitch this all together. So essentially you'll need to sew along these edges, the 4 corners like that, before we then fit on the pockets and the straps. When I tell you I was so worried allowing her to sew on my machine, I was really worried because my machine stitches really quickly, but I guided her as much as possible, and because she works with her hands, I found that she was actually quite quick to pick up on how to press her feet on the footer, where the reverse slab was, everything, but I just kept an eye on her to ensure that there were no stories.
Where's the camera? Can you see me?
Yes, I think we all saw you.
Can you see? Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yes. She continues stitching up the other ends of the apron, so the total of 4 corners, the sides, the top and the bottom. We decided to just sew the top as well, because initially we were just going to leave the top as a raw edge and then use the strap to conceal it, but there were change of plans. So now she's sewing ever so slightly, and I really admired, despite the fact that this machine speed is really high, Biola did not allow the machine to intimidate her. She continued stitching along the way, stopping at points where she needed guidance, and when she would get to like any end, she had to do a back stitch, which is something I would do myself to secure the seam. But here I'm just going in to fold and sew the pocket bag while she ironed down the main apron itself. And once we had the pocket bag hemmed on this top edge, which would be the opening of the pocket, we knew we could go in to attach the pocket to the front of the apron. Here we're going in to pin the pocket onto the front of the apron, and we pinned it a little bit higher, and that is where like the top or the waist of the apron would be. So we folded in the sides by 1 centimeter, and Bella is going in here to sew the pocket onto the apron. This is what you would call like a patch pocket, and you can make one big pocket like this and then create divisions to make semi pockets in that main one, or you can make 2 separate pocket bags and stitch that onto your apron. Whatever dimension you're comfortable to work with, I mean, have fun with it. Now she's just going in to sew the bottom of the pocket bag, and this fabric is great for this pocket because it is actually upholstery fabric, so it's meant for furniture, so it's really nice and sturdy. So even if she puts like a scissors or like sharp objects in there, it wouldn't immediately tear the fabric because the fabric has some, you know, strength and body to it. When she was done joining the main corners of the pocket, she's going in here to create a division, which is just essentially a stitch that divides this big pocket into 2 smaller pockets. And then I asked her, oh, do you want to make, you know, an even smaller division by dividing one of the halves? And she was like, why not? That way I'm able to like store my balloons and smaller tools in these smaller compartments that we're creating by stitching through that side of the pocket. The last part of this project is creating the straps, and we have a pair of straps, one to go on the left and one to go on the right, and I'm just going in here to put right sides together and sew the straps so I have a tunnel I'm able to turn inside out to create the belt that the apron has. So after sewing up the sides like this, I grabbed myself a safety pin and attached it to a ribbon, and I'm going to pass the ribbon through the tunnel until I get to the other end. Once I arrive at the other end, I am going to pull out the ribbon just a little bit, and this trick helps me to turn tubes and straps inside out and just makes the process a lot quicker. And I'm just going to stitch that end with the ribbon intact and in place, and then I'm going to pull the ribbon from the other end to turn the strap inside out. Believe me, this saves you so much time if you're doing skinny shoulder straps, back straps, or belts like these. It just makes the process a lot easier. Once I was done turning it inside out, I went in to sew the other end closed like so, and I gave it to Viola to help, you know, iron it down nice and flat. We essentially repeated the same thing for both straps before going in to sew it onto the top end of the apron, which is where, you know, the waist would be. Once I had that stitched on this side, I repeated the same thing on the other side of the apron to finish it up. Now this is what it looks like. I'm just happy she liked it, because this is something that I'm hoping she'll be able to use, take to events, and store her tools as she creates her beautiful balloon art. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this collab video. This was so much fun to make. It's always great to connect with fellow creators, especially because Biola is on the same class of 2022 YouTube Black Voices, and I'm hoping she enjoys using this piece. If you guys enjoyed watching this project, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the video and the channel a lot. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you were recreating this, don't forget to tag me on social media at KimDaveDesigns. And until my next video, have a good morning, afternoon, and evening wherever you are. Bye.